What's going on, guys? Coach Joe here at the Lions Den. I had made 2 videos about program design and what I do here at the gym for the athletes that I have in the gym. A lot of you guys had some questions about Olympic weightlifting. I've competed in weightlifting meets for a while, so weightlifting pertains to the snatch and the clean and jerk, where you get 3 attempts at each lift to try to make a total, and it is in kilos, which is kind of like me trying to understand Spanish and doesn't go very well. But the cool part is I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks on weightlifting, give you guys a sample program to follow, and hopefully that helps you understand how to do it more and get better at the lifts. But before we start, there are a couple key points that have to do with weightlifting so you don't die. It's dangerous. Just like walking out the door is dangerous, I just don't want anybody to die. I have a couple key points to address before we get into the actual programming and understanding weightlifting. And the first one is to warm up properly. I will put a link below on some warm-up tactics and some mobility drills. If you guys are lacking the proper warming up techniques or the mobility, you will die. Disclaimer, death. Snatch and clean and jerk. More like snatch and clean your dead body up off the floor. Second one is, don't do lifts your mobility can't handle, okay? So if you can't get into a proper overhead squat position, you should not be doing full snatches. Now, if you can't get into a proper front rack position or your jerk is all messed up, we don't want to be doing this because that is where injury happens. And you hear horror stories where people hear Olympic weightlifting and then their face kind of gets all weird. That's because they see the videos of people doing things they should not be doing and getting hurt, and it puts a bad rep on weightlifting. Listen, like I said earlier, okay, drinking your protein shake can kill you, so can weightlifting. We don't want people to die here. The third one is it takes time, okay? Sometimes I have people who see the videos of me doing snatches and cleans, and they're like, man, teach me how to do that. I'm gonna come in today and we're gonna figure it out. It's not gonna work out that way, okay? It takes a lot of time and dedication and technique work. It's a beautiful strength sport in the world of strength sports, okay? You have powerlifting, you have strongman, and then you have weightlifting. And I think weightlifting does put the beauty into the strength sport. So be patient with the process. It's an Olympic sport in the Olympics for a reason. The last one, and this is something that really changed up my weightlifting game, was to hire a proper coach, okay? When I was doing this, I started in CrossFit, and that was just kind of what got me into snatches and cleans. But then really to step up my game, it was the minute little details and hiring a good coach. I was under the coaching of Rosella Rivera, who was one of the Olympic Open athletes. She has like record clean jerk for her weight class. I think she was clean jerking around like 250 at like 116 to between 116 and 120 pounds. So that's pretty crazy, especially as a female. So make sure that you're investing in yourself to get a good coach, okay? You don't want to get hurt, and you want to make sure that people are coaching you and really helping you get better. So that is something I highly recommend investing in if you want to step up your weightlifting game. Okay, guys, time to get rolling. So first thing I want to talk about is for the clean and jerk, the same rules apply that I talked about in the part 2 video of program, okay? So if you haven't watched that, go back, watch that. All the same rules apply, talking about all programs work, okay? You wanna find your angle, work backwards, etc. So check that out. From there, we're just gonna talk about weightlifting. So weightlifting or Olympic lifting is the snatch and the clean and jerk. And if you compete, the snatch is always first, followed up by the clean and jerk. You do 3 attempts at whatever weight you want to try to get the highest total possible. So they combine the kilos of the snatch and the clean and jerk so you can have a total combined number. Now, if you open, say, at 200 pounds, okay, and that's the first weight, and you miss, you have to hit that weight in order to move forward, okay? So say I go for 200 and I fail, well, I can't go down, all right? I'm stuck at that weight, and if I continue to miss, then that's a wash, but if I get higher, then my score will increase for whatever I hit for that rep, okay? Same thing as well as the clean and jerk. So moving forward with the annotation of the programming that I'm going to put up for you guys now, if it says 5x2, that means 5 sets, 2 reps. So if it said 5x2 clean and jerk, you would do 5 sets of 2 reps of a clean plus a jerk. Now if it said 5x2 plus 1 clean and jerk, what that means is you'll do 5 sets of 2 cleans, and on the second clean, you will do 1 jerk, okay? So you'll see some of that stuff as I write forward. Now, the program I'm gonna go over is a staple, basic program that I give to anybody who is just looking to give me an idea of where they are at weightlifting, okay? So this is 4 weeks, so you'll do this for 4 days each week, and then after this is when I get to the nitty gritty. So based off of how an athlete does in the next segment that you're gonna see, then dictates the specifics. Yes, specifics. It then dictates the specifics of the program moving forward to get them the goals that they want, depending on where I'm seeing they're having issues. So everybody's a little bit different. Let's freaking go, baby. It's time to get rolling. It's time to get strong. It's time to be the next Klokov. People keep asking me if I'm back, and I'm starting to think, yeah, I'm back. All right, guys, so since my camera sucks and it's hard to get me and all this in, make sure you have a pad and paper. I'm gonna be going over weeks 1 through 4 of the beginning program, and normally I program out 3 months for any weightlifting or strength programming, so this is just that whole first month to really give me a good idea where the athlete is strength and weakness wise. So for day 1, okay, we're gonna do a clean and jerk for 5 by 2 plus 1, which I explained in the other video. That's gonna be a split jerk, okay? So getting into that split stance. Then we're gonna do clean pulls, 3 by 3 at 80%, back squat 3 by 5, increasing each set. For the accessory work, you have 20 sit-ups, and then you're gonna do 20 dead bugs, which by far is my favorite core movement, which I'll make a video about in the future. You're gonna do the whole thing 4 times. Day 2, we have snatch, which is gonna be 5 by 2, increasing each set, going for a heavy double. Then we have snatch pull, 3 by 3, 80%, and we're gonna do a front squat, 3 by 3, increasing each time. Accessory work, we have a minute plank variation, and then 30 Russian twists with a kettlebell or a plate, just something to get the core warmed up 4 times. Day 3, we're gonna do power snatches for 5 by 2. We're gonna do power clean plus a power jerk, so not a split, for 5 sets of 2 plus 1, and then overhead squat of 3 by 3, increasing. So if there isn't an increasing mark, what we would do is normally stay with a nice working weight to really dial in the technique. Anything that specifies increasing will increase every set. Accessory work for that day 3, it's gonna be 10 GHD sit-ups, or we're going to do back extension off the GHD, depends on where your strengths and your weaknesses are, but you have the option. Then you're gonna do a 50-foot single arm farmer's walk, and that's really gonna throw off your stability, so you're gonna be forced to use your core and your obliques especially. You're gonna be feeling those, so try those, whether you like weightlifting, powerlifting, or strongman, they're awesome. Day 4, we're going to go for a heavy single on the snatch, and you have 10 to 15 minutes to establish that. And when I say heavy, I mean whatever you can do for that day that's heavy, okay, depending on how you feel and how everything's going, and it should look good. We're not looking for a sloppy snatch, okay, so really try, sloppy snatch, sorry. But we're not looking for a sloppy rep, okay? We want it to look nice, crisp, and under control. We're gonna do the same thing for a clean and jerk, and then we're gonna do a front squat single. After I'm done with those Saturday sessions, I always harp on getting mobility working for the next 15, 20 minutes, because you're gonna hop in next week and you wanna make sure that you're feeling good. So that is the programming for week 1, and that's the 4 training days that we would do. All right, so now we're gonna go over what would be the week 2. Now, all these movements are gonna stay the same for weeks 1 through 4, but the intensity and the volume will change. So if you don't know what intensity and volume is, make sure you watch the part 2 video where I define those terms. So for here, all we're doing is we're gonna increase the volume. So what this is doing is getting people's central nervous system ready for working at a higher volume, okay? So day 1, clean and jerk, it's gonna be 5 by 3 plus 1, clean pull 4 by 3 at 80%, so the same weight. Back squat's gonna be 5 by 5, increasing. For day 2, the snatch will now be 5 by 3. We have snatch pull 4 by 3, and then front squat is gonna be 5 by 3. Day 3, power snatch 5 by 3, power clean plus power jerk. It's gonna be 5 by 3 plus 1. Then we have the overhead squat 5 by 3. On day 4, we're going for a heavy single again, as well as a heavy clean and jerk. Now the difference here is for the front squat, whatever we hit for that heavy single that we did last time, we're trying to get 3 reps of that. Now you can rest as much as you need to, but like I said, we're just trying to get the central nervous system ready. So if you're somebody who's new to this is kind of the newbie gains phase, and getting used to getting under the bar, dialing in the technique, and pushing some weight frequently. It's gonna be a little bit different for the body. So guys, this will be your week 3. So for week 3, day 1, we have clean and jerk. It's gonna be 5x1 plus 1 split. We have clean pulls 3x3 at 85 to 90%. Then we have back squat 5x3, increasing each set. For the accessory work, we're going to do plank ups by 12 reps. You start in your forearms, up to a push-up position, down, down, keeping your abs tight, and then you're gonna do alternating toe touches on your back for 20 total reps, that's 10 per leg. You'll do that whole thing 3 times. Day 2, we have power snatch 5x3 increasing, as well as a hang clean 5x2 increasing. For the accessory work for that day, 15 Supermans, 15 sit-ups, 4 sets. That is a little bit lighter of a day. You really wanna dial in your technique on that day. Day 3, we have the snatch, which is gonna be 5x1 at 80% of your 1 rep, dialing in those heavier singles, making sure the technique is on point. Snatch pull 3x3, 85, 90%, and then front squat 5x2, increasing each set. Accessory work, we have 15 leg raises, then we have side plank for 30 seconds each side for 3 total rounds. Day 4, this is a little bit different because for the last 2 weeks you've been maxing out on a Saturday. However, here we're going to do a hang snatch, and then we're going to do a power clean plus a power jerk of 5x1 plus 1, and an overhead squat of 5x1, increasing each set. Then you'll do 10 ab rollers and 15 knees to chest for 3 to 4 rounds. For the hang snatch, we got that hang snatch on a Saturday, guys, is going to be 5x3. Now for week 4, all you're gonna do is you're gonna keep the same template and days that you just did for week 3. You're just gonna increase the weight slightly, whether that's gonna be 2.5s or 5s. If you have to stay the same, do that, but we wanna see constant growth upward. And instead of doing for day 4, where we're doing the hang snatch and the power clean plus power jerk, and the overhead squat, that is when you want to go for a new attempt at a heavy single for the snatch, as well as a heavy single for the clean and jerk, okay? And then based off of that, whatever you see or whatever you feel is when you need to make forward progress for the next program, which is what I'm going to talk about, problems that I see in the snatch and the clean and jerk, and some lifts or accessory movements that can help with that. I got 99 problems, and snatches and cleans are all of them. All right, guys, so please give me any feedback on what you thought of these videos. I like doing the program design stuff because it can show you that I do have a brain and I'm not just the muscles. Muscles are cool though. Like I said before, I am doing online coaching, so if you guys want a custom program, I send you guys a question sheet. You fill that out with all sorts of different questions, and I put together a custom program that works for you. I do that in 1 month or 3-month blocks, depending on whatever works for your schedule. So let me know. I'm here to help you guys, and I want to get you guys stronger. If not, apply these concepts to your training and hopefully it will help. Please leave a comment below with what you guys thought about this video. I'm probably gonna stay away from this stuff for a little bit and kind of get back to my regular videos. I know a lot of you guys wanted Olympic weightlifting training, but I have a strongman competition in 5 weeks. So that is my primary focus right now. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of strongman, dialing in my technique for the strongman, and that's just my overall goal. So I'm getting to that crunch time period, so Olympic lifting is on the back burner right now. Once I'm done, I will be back to Olympic lifting, so you'll see all sorts of training videos from that. But hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully I gave you guys some knowledge. And please just feel free to reach out, ask questions, or hopefully I can help you in some way. And yes, so love you guys, thank you. None of this would be possible without you. So stay lean, mean, strength.